chapter 5. Karma Yoga, action is no consciousness. Is it connected somewhere? I think a bit here. You read Arjuna what? Om Namo Bhagavate.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Arjuna uvāca.
Arjuna uvāca.
Sannyāsaṁ karmaṇāṁ Kṛṣṇa.
Sannyāsaṁ karmaṇāṁ Kṛṣṇa.
Punar yogaṁ śaṁsasi.
Punar yogaṁ śaṁsasi.
Chreya etayor ekaṁ.
Chreya etayor ekaṁ.
Tanme brūhi su-niścitam.
Tanme brūhi su-niścitam.
All right? Are you ready? Now. So you say word by word.
Arjuna uvāca. Arjuna said, sannyāsaṁ, renunciation, karmaṇāṁ, of all activities. Kṛṣṇa, O Kṛṣṇa, punar, again, yogaṁ, devotional service, ca, also, śaṁsasi, you are praising, yat, which, chreya, is more beneficial, etayor, of these two, ekaṁ, one, tat, that, me, unto me, brūhi, please tell, su-niścitam, definitely. Translation. Arjuna said, O Kṛṣṇa, first of all, you ask me to renounce work, and then again you recommend work with devotion. Now, will you kindly tell who is more beneficial? Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. In this 5th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that work in devotional service is better than dry mental speculation. Devotional service is easier than the later because, being transcendental in nature, it frees one from reaction. In the 2nd chapter, preliminary knowledge of the soul and its entanglement in the material body were explained. How to get out of this material engagement by buddhi yoga or devotional service was also explained therein. In the 3rd chapter, it explained that a person situated on the platform of knowledge no longer has any duties to perform. And in the 4th chapter, the Lord told Arjuna that all kinds of sacrificial work culminate in knowledge. However, at the end of the 4th chapter, the Lord advised Arjuna to wake up and fight, being situated in perfect knowledge. Therefore, by simultaneously stressing the importance of both work in devotion and inaction in knowledge, Kṛṣṇa has perplexed Arjuna and confused his determination. Arjuna understands that renunciation in knowledge involves cessation of all kinds of work performed as sense activities. But if one performs work in devotional service, then how is work stopped? In other words, he thinks that sannyasa or renunciation in knowledge should be altogether free from all kinds of activity, because work and renunciation appear to him to be incompatible. He appears not to have understood that work in full knowledge is non-reactive and is therefore the same as inaction. He inquires, therefore, whether he should work with full knowledge.
Haribo. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nam. Namaste Satideve Gurita Isha Srinavadi Paschatra Deshataya. Vandeham Siguru Sijito Padakamalam Sigurun Vaishnavansya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Raghunathan Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Purijatam Kṛṣṇa Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami. He Kṛṣṇa Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanto Namastute Mancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Payavacha Patitanam Pavanebho Vaishnavebho. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamayam Dadatisya Parantikam. Namo Mahavadhanaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Kṛṣṇaya Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Deve Gaure Tushe Namo. Namo Shri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nowadays we are reading Chaitanya Charitamrita usually, almost every day, sometimes Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita suddenly today I am reading. I mean, used to, my memories are also not so good. Please forgive me. Whatever I can remember, I am telling. Because of my not being well and good memory, getting old. So this is Bhagavad Gita. Kṛṣṇa is enlightening Arjuna. And here, summary of each and its conclusion of the previous 4th chapter, what we learned is given. And here, the 5th chapter, Karma Yoga, or action in Krishna consciousness. Krishna is explaining. Before that, Arjuna asking him a question. What he said, he is a little perplexed, confused. Asking, which one is better? Tell. You said this, you do this. Then again saying this. Don't do sannyas, better do what in devotion or karma yoga. Enlightened. Krishna going on enlightened. This is the, in short, in the beginning. The Sankirtan is going. Let me go on slowly. What is sannyas? Because sannyasi is short mass. Short means short, sanatana, eternal, supreme eternal, the supreme Lord, supreme truth. Mass, finishable. Give up everything. Yes. Renounce. So renounce everything for the service of the Supreme Being. Let's say Kṛṣṇa. Why? Please excuse me, this thing's not chanting. Sankirtan. Okay. We understand. Kṛṣṇa said, Bhakta Ram Jagatavsayam Bhagavad Gita. He is the supreme and Sarvaloka Maheshwara. He is the proprietor of everything. He is the supreme controller. Maha Ishwaram. Ishwar means controller. Maheshwaram, supreme controller. Suhridam Sarvaloka. And he is the best well-wisher of all living entities. Knowing this, the great sages attain peace. That's this. Another, Ishopanishad, the oldest Upanishad. Most of the old devotees know this thing. Ishabhasam idam sarvam. Everything what you see in the creation is controlled and owned by the Lord. Jatkincha jagatang jagat. So whatever is allotted for each person, he should take that. Still now, if the price, take human being, he thinks I can take so much, sorry, for my, let me stash it. The rest, whether other get or not, we don't care. Very selfish. This is happening in this world. If there is good management, this won't happen. There is a king ruling. You know, everything belongs to God. Especially follow Vedic culture. That's Prabhupada's teaching in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. That is Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Now, Kṛṣṇa is the proprietor of everything. So is the question actually speaking to renounce. What do you renounce? You can renounce it. What belongs to you? Everything belongs to Kṛṣṇa. But we know how to, instead of falsely saying I am renouncing, as the Mayavadi do impersonalists. They say, Brahma's God and everything else is Maya, Mithya. Isn't it? This is their philosophy. And they read, that is why, Vedanta day and night. They read the actual commentary by the author himself of Vedanta. That's this. Srimad Bhagavatam. That is dearest to the all Bhagavatas, pure devotee, our Guru, Acharya, Mahajan. But they also claim they have got Bhasya. That is Sharira of Bhasya. If you read Sharira of Bhasya, you finished. Thinking I am God. Become. First worship God or Panchabhusana, and then throw them and say, we become Narayana. You see another sannyasi, you say, Om Namo Narayana. You become one with God. But we know that they cannot stay there. Many big sannyasi do that. The devotees cannot. Bhakti is nitya, eternal. You go to the spiritual world, again we do Savanam, Kirtanam, Prabhupada said. We have another ISKCON. We do more Savanam, Kirtan. That everything is there. That is the real, our home. Spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan, And this is perfection. As Bhagavad Gita says, Uddha Moolam Adhasakha. Anybody seen this sort of thing? The root is up and the branches of the tree are downward. But one is careful, we can remind him. You can see this thing. You go near a pond and there is a banyan tree on the bank of the river. That is reality. Yes, the tree is there. And the reflection is there, perverted, upside down. This is material world, perverted reflection. Everyone, Kṛṣṇa is the owner. We are thinking we are owner. Everything is meant for my enjoyment. At once we fall down from Kṛṣṇa consciousness here. You want to enjoy separately from Kṛṣṇa? Think everything is meant for my enjoyment. I own everything. I am Ishvara, Ishvara Aham Bhogi. This is Asuric quality thinking because he has knowledge. He has the true knowledge that I am not this body. This is the problem. So ISKCON, first of all, we learn this thing. As Kṛṣṇa told Arjuna, you are not this body. Yeah? Aham Brahmasmi. Na jayate, mriti, vakudachit. Atma, he never born, he never dies, like that. Na bhutta, na bhutta bhua, su-niścitam. He never takes birth. When he doesn't take birth, he also doesn't die. It's just body is dying. Huh? Come into being, go through 6 stages, comes into being, stay for some time, grow, reproduce, dwindle, and one day vanishes. The 6 stages he goes through. All living entities. According to their consciousness, according to their action, desire, they develop different types of consciousness. 8,400,000 types of consciousness. So this material world, material plane means, material nature means, this perverted reflection is the shadow of Kṛṣṇa's spiritual energy. Yogaṁ, this is Mahamaya. Is this material made of 3 modes of material nature. See all these 3 modes. Say color, in terms of color, say color. Saffron color represent mode of goodness. Red, say, mode of passion. And say violet, mode of, say, ignorance. If you mix these 3 colors in different proportion, ratio, you can innumerable 3 into 3, 9, 9, 9, 81, 81, 81, like that. You can get 8,400,000 species of different color, like a different consciousness, according to different types of body. Why there is variety in living world? The scholars cannot say, but Kṛṣṇa is telling. Karmaṇāṁ sangat sangyayate. According to association of the modes, we get different type of body. We are put into. Who does? Material nature. How we decide? Maya Adhyakṣena, Supreme Being directs her. He likes it. He likes this. He's surfing. He's not surfing, he's suffering. What will happen? Maybe he will take a body next life where he can do all these things he's very fond of. Simply going to the hotel to eat something or for sleep for some time, day and night. Even some big men, maybe the Prime Minister of some country, for surfing, national. Their national sport or something. Yeah? Some country. Different country, different places. People have got different liking how to live. One want to eat anything, everything. Like you may be a hog, eat anything, everything, still eating. This is the way our acharyas explain, Vaishnava acharya, Prabhupada special. So you see so many types of body. And higher authority is watching what he is doing. And accordingly he is getting a body change. But human body is very rare. Labdha sudu lavamidam, bahusambham. You could have taken birth, so many births, but human birth is very valuable. Why? Say Prahlad Maharaj, Kumaro achar bhagyo dharman bhagavatanya dulabha manusam janma. Human birth is rarest of the rare. Other living entities so many. 9 lakh sight of living entities in the water. 11 lakh types of insect, reptiles, croc, lizard, komodo, snakes. $20 lakhs types of trees, herbs, creepers. 10 lakhs types of birds. 30 lakhs types of animals. 400,000, 4 lakhs types of human being, demigod, asura, rakshasa. Thus, our Brahma Bhuman, they are moving from Brahmalok to this. But human birth, you can achieve perfection. By association with sadhu and glorifying Lord, Kirtan, you can achieve it. Real that sort of human was very few. And among the human, those who are really called human beings, they should be in the mode of goodness. Unfortunately, most of the people in the mode of passion and evil. Whole material world is conducted by these 3 modes. And most of the people, unfortunately, are in the mode of passion and ignorance. When you come to the mode of goodness, that is Brahmin. And perfect Brahmin can take sannyas. The Mayavadi sannyasi, they say, Brahma Sakta Jagat Mitha, so renounce the world. The devotees, Vaishnava, they don't say that. Everything belongs to Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is truth. Something comes from Kṛṣṇa. How can be that is mitha? All material creation is coming from the energy of Kṛṣṇa. How it can be mitha? It can be temporary. The Vaishnava says that's not false. I was some time ago in some of our temple between Calcutta and Mam. I was staying there, attending Arati sometime, giving class. I'm not there left. Temporarily I was there. Is that mitha? No, how can it be mitha? When you go back to spiritual, that you also do again devotional service. Go on. Okay. So this one thing this is described by our Acharya, especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught, he is Kṛṣṇa himself, and he disciple direct are the Goswamis. Among the Goswamis, Rupa Goswami is one, prominent. We are his followers, strictly speaking. We are called Rupa Anuga, and he is teaching us. That like the Mayavadi sannyasi, sadhu, we don't give up anything like that. If it is can relate to Kṛṣṇa for the pleasure of Kṛṣṇa, for the service of Kṛṣṇa. You know, somebody wants to give money to a sadhu in person. He says, oh, I don't touch money, this, that. No, we don't say that. No, this is also from Kṛṣṇa. Krishna's energy, Lakshmi. We should use it in Krishna's service. Our great Acharya showed that. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, all these things, whatever they had, they divided and mostly used in Krishna's service. So 1% is common to want to serve. To a sadhu, go to see a sadhu, you want to do some service. Go to see a deity, do some service. So what? Rich man, lot of money. Long back at that time, that is Subhag Swami, maybe 14th century. Now it is 19, more than 500 years. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. From Sindh, now in Pakistan. Big businessman. He's one India. Sometimes different country. Kings. He saw sadhu, famous, Rupa Goswami. And he came to him and said, I want to do some service. What service will do? Now a businessman has got money, you want to use it for good purpose, serving a sadhu. You want to serve me? You serve my Lord. How? Well, Lord should be given best thing. You can, under a tree you can live, but Lord should be treated accordingly. So it's not just story. It's opulent life in Dwarka, in Jagannath. Huh? So what? How I can serve? Please tell. Make a nice, wonderful temple. Same thing. One king, Rajasthan, his name was Man Singh. I think of Jaipur. Still there are all famous there. And he knew Rupa Goswami, so famous. Whole India they know. Emperor Akbar know. He gave him land. Still there, the museum, the letter. How can I serve? He said, well, you can serve the Lord. This way you can serve me. My dear Lord, I want to see. He lived very opulently. Nice palatial building. Very good one. Big palatial, 7-story. He built with red stone. It's still there. You can go and see. It's only those who are in Vrindavan, they know better than me. It's out of 7-story, later kings, emperors, Aurangzeb, so want a light. Ask his courtiers, where from this light come? Looks like from far away. Yes, it is from Mathura Vrindavan. Famous sadhu, Rupa Goswami, his temple, Govinduji. What? Hindu temple? Send man, destroy everything. Demolish. You see, still now three stories there. Ground floor, first floor and another floor. Other 4 floors. So beautiful. So many other temples, they did like not coming power. So this is the way one can serve. Let me nicely explain some of the verses. What the Mayavadis do, Brahma Satta, only God is the truth and everything is Mitta, Maya. That's why they are called Mayavadi. Vishwaj of Bhasra, all these things explained, Vedanta Sutra. Our explanation by our Acharya, each sampradaya is completely different. That is saying, no, these things are temporary, not mitta, not mitta. How it can be mitta? So they know properly with Kṛṣṇa sambandha, everything belongs to Kṛṣṇa, so everything is served for the pleasure of Kṛṣṇa, for his service. His service. So, Rupa Goswami has got two verses explaining this, saying, Prapanchikataya Buddha, considering everything material, Maya, Mayavadis. Prapanchikataya Buddha, that means consciousness. Consciousness is, these are all material. Mike, Jagat. Hari Sambandhi Vastuna, but the devotees think these are related to Kṛṣṇa. It comes from Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa's energy. So I can use it in Kṛṣṇa's service. But those who think otherwise, it's called Pholgu Vairagya Uchyate. There is in Goa, there is a river. Externally, it looks dry. Sita Devi once cursed something. One of them is this river. He went to give pinda with Lord Ramchandra, Vishnu's prasad to the departed soul relations. And say it will go dry. But later on, I think, yes, there will be water, just little bit if you dig up, there will be enough water. Still now you go, try, dig up, Pholgu river. Pholgu means, externally look inside, just like externally someone is giving up everything. Inside he is enjoying. It's called Pholgu Vairagya, Morkot Vairagya. Morkot means monkey. Monkey also shows Vairagya artificially. He has nothing. Clothing even he is wearing nothing. The devotee has got something. Minimum. Sometimes. As much as is necessary, truly speaking. Just as necessary to serve Krishna. So it's called Hari Sambandhi Vastuna. What is related to, if you can relate it to Krishna. Mukhuvi Parittyaga. They want mukti. The devotee doesn't want mukti. What is mukti? Real serving Krishna is real mukti. From all ego of false designation. I am this, I am that, I am sannyāsaṁ. No. We are best is way we should think is that the maintainer of the gopis Krishnas, the best devotee gopis, who hearing the little dark boy like a tamal-tree scholar at the dead of night, 12 o'clock, 15, 16 years, or 8, 9 years. Playing flute is so sweet. One gopi said, do you know this little boy one playing flute so sweet? If we have got still attachment to your kutumba, relatives, near and dear, and husband, wife, father, mother, your property, all these things, do not go there. Once you go here, you will never come back. In other words, one who starts loving Kṛṣṇa, being enchanted, you automatically become Vairagi. He is not attached to them. This is proper Vairagya. So it is said, Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojito. One is rendered devotional service to Vasudeva. Vasudeva, Kṛṣṇa. And automatically he becomes detached materialistic because he got a higher taste. Jnanancha jat ahitukam. He also get Jnana. What is Jnana? Jnana means Kṛṣṇa is God, He is eternal master, and everybody is done, servant of Kṛṣṇa. So you are supposed to serve him, being part and parcel of him, what Kṛṣṇa said. One who has got Shraddha, one is faithful. Shraddhavan labhate jnana. He can get knowledge. One is not Shraddhavan, Ashraddhadana, Augastya, Ashraddhadanascha, Saṅkṣayatma, doubtful. He cannot get. He cannot be happy in this world, neither next. But the devotees are serving Kṛṣṇa, associating with him. He is the bliss personification. Eternity, bliss and knowledge. So by associating with him, by serving him, devotee becomes blissful, joyful, devotee test of eternity. I am spirit soul, and I've got the knowledge. I am not this body. Real knowledge. Okay. So it is not sannyas so important. This is real sannyas. This is real sannyas. So our Acharya showed how to do it. Thus, everybody become happy. He knows everybody is a part and parcel of Kṛṣṇa. He understands everybody is a part and parcel of Kṛṣṇa. So does everything for Kṛṣṇa. And he loves everybody. He loves Kṛṣṇa. He loves everybody. He wants everybody become happy. Sarve sukhino bhavantu. This is the solution. Now the problem was, everybody is envious here. Material world means envious. One can see others good. But the devotees are not like that. Real devotee is the mode of pure goodness. Otherwise, one is the mode of passion. Ignorance. Still, in goodness, still he has got little passion. When it comes to pure goodness, that is devotee. He doesn't do harm to anybody. Others can do harm. How educated he is. He will do harm. But devotee only. You know, this is part and parcel of Kṛṣṇa. All living entities. And he loves everybody. Because he loves Kṛṣṇa, he loves everybody. That whole world can become Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Whole world, everybody become his relation. In relation to Atman, in relation to Brahma, Om Brahmasmi, in relation to Kṛṣṇa. This is later on Kṛṣṇa is explaining. You fight, Arjuna. But when you do in ekaṁ, on Kṛṣṇa's account, because Kṛṣṇa is saying, so you are not entangled for the karma. Moment you do on your ekaṁ at one, you are entangled. So it's better do karma in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, karma yoga. So Kṛṣṇa is saying, who is this? Who is always hearing Kṛṣṇa Katha and glorifying. Sannyāsaṁ sakata Kṛṣṇa punna sovana kirtana. What is the idea? All these dirty things, misgiving, doubt, like a usura mood can be cleared up from time immemorial, like Himalayan mountain. We cannot clear it by chanting that thing. It will take a long time. But when Kṛṣṇa hears, we are sincerely, su-su-su, with eagerness, hearing, with faith in Kṛṣṇa. So, Vasudeva Katha we develop taste in Kṛṣṇa Katha. Then we detest other things. We can check it in our life. You are hungry, you are eager. Whatever he gave to you, you will relish it. You will feel satisfaction. You will feel your hunger going away, mitigated. And you will satisfy, tushti, pushti, get energy. Yes, all these things. See, exactly Kṛṣṇa consciousness is a gradual process like that. Bhakti Parishanubhav, as you try to love Kṛṣṇa, living entity and all others, in terms of Kṛṣṇa consciousness, doctrining everything with Kṛṣṇa consciousness, yoga yukta, vishuddha atma. The atma, spirit, become purified from material contamination. Consciousness. Okay? Consciousness. Vishuddha. This way, another verse. But as long as you are not loving Kṛṣṇa, rendering devotion, service, loving service, you cannot become free from the material entanglement, from material platform. I am this body. Everybody on the bodily platform. Parabhavastavat. So all their attempts are failure, fiasco. Because he is born in ignorance. Parabhavastavat. Abodhajat. Born in ignorance. I am this body. Javanna jigyasya, as long as he is not inquiring about what I am. The Krishna is telling Arjuna that what you are. You are not this body. Your grandfather, Pitamaha, is not the body, Bhishma. He is the spirit. So you are not, whether you, now you are not shooting arrow to him. Why? You are thinking, oh, I will cause bloodshed. No, I'd rather beg. I'd rather beg. Krishna, I don't want to enjoy kingdom. Causing bloodshed to my relations, especially grandfather, my guru like Kipacharya, many other brothers, better let them enjoy. Of course, this is a good mentality of a sadhu, but this is weakness. You don't know. You see, what is actually should be done. What I say, that should be done. That is Krishna consciousness. Then you are not killing. Whether you don't kill, still they will die. That is my decision. That will be done. Already I have told you, they are dead. They have to leave this body. You just take the credit, become an instrument. Nimittamatta bhavarjuna. Bhavasabhasachin. Simply carry that matter. So that, in other words, simply surrender to Krishna. That is the best example of the Brajavasis, especially the gopis. They ignore. I read writing. Husband, where are you going at the dead of night? Husbands, where are you going? Brothers, where are you going? They don't care. Best example. Also, that is Uttama Bhakti. When whole world say, no, don't do this. Krishna says, do this. Who does? Is doing Uttama Bhakti. Top class. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I am not sannyasi, not jyoti, I am not Brahmin. They are all top men in the society, Vedic society. Brahmin, everybody respect. The emblem of knowledge, person. Sannyasi, respected by Brahmin. Prabhupada wanted. Our ISKCON Grihastha, he wanted, ideally there should be like a Goswami. That means at heart, not dress, official. So what he expects from sannyasi, I don't know. What is the time? Achha, 6:13. I think there's some question. I don't know what I understand. I'm telling from Prabhupada. See, in ISKCON, the Rockefeller's grandson, Maharaj Amrishi, came to surrender to Prabhupada. Mahabhagavad, pure devotee, paying obeisance. Prabhupada says, where is now your poor good grandfather? Where is he now? No answer. Now Prabhupada inspired him. What Nityananda Prabhu's desire. There will be a wonderful temple, and people from all parts of the world will come to see. And Prabhupada this. He envisioned it, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And here is one person, he has got so much, he is pouring it in this project. He is using properly. He is not attached. Using it Krishna service. He is Krishna, Krishna gave him, he used in Krishna service. Here is example. So Prabhupada said to us, give everything to Krishna. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Manasa deho geho jo kuch mora. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, top. It is said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's top 6 Goswamis, our ideal, our sannyasis, devotees. Follow their footprints, teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Top devotee, Radharani, teaching. Mood of how to render devotional service to Krishna with love and devotion. That is the answer. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Most of these followers are grihasthas. But at heart, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, in Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Bhaktagan Vairagya Pradhan. They are all renowned, Mahaprabhu, most of them. Jaha dekhi tushtahan. Seeing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very, very pleased with them. Jaha dekhi tushtahan Gaur Bhagavan. Supreme Personal Godhead, Gauranga Mahaprabhu is so pleased to see his devotee. Most of them are grihastha, but at heart, very renowned. That's what it says. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti Kabeva Mama Bujhavase Jugala Piroti Vishayo Chariya Kabe Shuddha Habe Mana Kabe Hama Hedava Nattam Nasthav See Vrindavana. Common people think buying ticket, I go see Vrindavan spiritual world. No, sir. You can realize Vrindavan. Not with the money and ticket. When you give up material desire of sense gratification, the heart becomes pure. Sarvapadhi vinimuktam. Give up all material desire. All designation, false ego. Engage all body, mind, everything. What Bhaktivinoda Thakur did as a grihastha. My wife, my children, everything, your servant and myself. Eternal. You are eternal master. Everything, my property, my budget, use in your service. Yours, I am just your servant manager. Complete surrender to Kṛṣṇa. Gopika. So he is called seventh Goswami. After the sixth Goswami ideal, he can be in that category, seventh one. Some complain, some say, rating, like that. So you can learn from this. And 6:17. Is there any question there? Hare Kṛṣṇa, if anyone.
Hare Kṛṣṇa, anyone has questions, you can raise your hand or you can put a question on the chat.
Yes, yes. I'll try. I must say I was limited knowledge. Bhagavad Gita class don't give for a long time.
Thank you, Maharaj. Wonderful class.
Whatever I learned from my guru, I can remember I'm getting old. Any moment anything could happen. I have been cautioned. Much younger than me, my ISKCON, our leaders, many going away. Recently one gone.
Yes, Maharaj.
Younger than. So do not get out of the room even. I find difficult. But giving classes. Yes, yes. Any question? Please.
Any questions? Please ask questions if you have questions.
Relevant. I'm tired. Every day I give class. So many places. Bangalore, Bangladesh, in general English, Bengali, Hindi, sometimes. Different places through this Zoom and like this. This is another chance.
Maharaj, one question has come on the chat from Asim Kṛṣṇa.
Asim Kṛṣṇa, yes.
From Asim Kṛṣṇa. He says, it is said that bhajan has to be done alone and privately, but it is also said we need to stay in association. How do we understand that?
What Prabhupada says, just follow this. Don't be alone for everybody. Sometimes alone, what happened to Sauravi Swami? Sauravi Muni, the great sage. So it is very dangerous. Without asking Guru, don't stay alone much. In mind, so many things may come. And unless your mind is under control, you may become easily susceptible to become victim of Maya. So Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said, Dushtaman tumi kisher Vaishnav? Nirjaner ghare, then Pratisthar tore, Tabe Harinam Kevala Koitava. Koitava means you're a pretender. For name and fame, staying alone and showing I'm doing more bhajan. No, sir. It's not our acharyas. Say like this. Bhakti-siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. A short reply, short answer. Who was always staying isolated devotee. Maya is very strong. You are very weak and insignificant. You can easily be captured by Maya. Maya won't allow you without being qualified to go back to Godhead. It's a duty to see you are just qualified. And then you can go into the kingdom of God. Don't external things, don't accept everything. Qualify yourself. Because the first, deserve, then desire. Don't mind, I am repeating what I learned from my Guru Maharaj. Prabhupada. I had some also personal messages.
Yes, Kṛṣṇa Jyoti Prabhu has a question. You can unmute and ask, Prabhu.
Welcome, Kṛṣṇa Jyoti.
You can unmute yourself, Prabhu.
Yes, Dandavad Guru Maharaj. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, Dandavad Guru Maharaj. So here we are in Hisar Center now. So one of the devotees wants to ask Vishnu Prabhu. He wants to ask that he knows that he should not eat outside, but sometimes he cannot.
Slowly. Too much high pitch sound. Slowly and not so loud.
In Hisar, there is one devotee, Vishnu Prabhu.
Yes.
He asking that sometimes he knows that he should not eat outside, but sometimes he doesn't have control and he eats outside food. So he wants to know how to control this, how to tell his mind not to do this.
Thank you very much. When we take initiation, Prabhupada said, you have to take it, those who are very serious in Krishna consciousness, they should come to Krishna consciousness to practice. That means when Guru is saying, don't do this, don't strictly follow during initiation time, except Krishna Prasad, non-devotees cooking, should not touch, even it is vegetarian. So, it is said, Bhaja Hure Mana Sinanda Nanda. If you are absorbed in Krishna Bhajan, strictly what Guru said, Prabhupada said, you should take it strictly. Mind could be our friend, at the same time our worst enemy. Provided you can make your mind your servant, then your best friend. Prabhupada said. So, how to do it? Whatever comes in mind, at once say, no, I won't follow you. Carry on doing. Gradually, mind will come under control. That is what Prabhupada said. But at the same time, you should not do many things. Upadeshamrita written. Don't take very palatable dishes, high protein stuff too much. At night or other time, too strong, sweet, strong, sour, or pungent, hot, chili, highly spiced food stuff. This is some of them. Other than that, the cellophane, there are so many things, nonsense nowadays. It's almost impossible to not to become victim of Maya when all these things are there. It means then you have to be very, very determined and strictly follow. Take the words of Guru as it is coming from directly from God. You don't do that, every possibility of anybody become victim of Maya. That is what our Acharya says. But if you cannot control your mind, if you are controlled by mind, one day it can take you to hellish condition. This is exactly, I am quoting what Prabhupada said. From one of the purport, he is explaining of a bhajan. Haribol, does it satisfy your queries? The answer. Tell Vishnu.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yes.
But you have to practice. You have to practice. Practice makes perfect. Abhyasena tu vairagyena, Krishna said. Chanchalan hi mana Krishna. Mind is definitely restless. Stronger even than high wind. Strong. Impossible to check him. But still it can be possible by the mercy of Guru and Krishna if you have but faith. Unless you have faith, if you are in ignorance, if you are doubtful, you can be happy, never be happy, according to Bhagavad Gita, according to Krishna. Is that clear? Very well.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yes.
Okay, I've got a couple more questions come on the chat, Maharaj.
All right.
One follow-up question from Asim Krishna. Should chanting be done alone or in a group?
Well, it depends where you can concentrate your mind completely on the sound without looking at anything other than maybe to the deity or the picture of the deity, Tulsi Devi, pure devotee. It's okay. Otherwise, complete concentration of the sound vibration, Hare Krishna, distinctly pronounced, Hare Krishna, 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 not any other thing diverting mind. Think yourself, what is suitable. Sometimes with the association of the devotee, sometimes may not, depending on this, where you can concentrate.
Okay. Sankirtan Prabhu, you want to ask your question yourself?
Hare Krishna, Dandar Pranam Guru Maharaj, Sankirtan Das from Delhi.
All right, welcome, Delhi devotee.
Guru Maharaj, one question is, just I am seeing here some relatives just dying here due to corona and some other disease. So just, and they died peacefully. So I want to ask question, yeah, why do sometimes non-devotee die peacefully and devotees goes through suffering? Why, Guru Maharaj?
Devotees suffer and non-devotees not suffering. Very strange thing you are telling. Are you sure? Are you sure what you said?
They die just in a calm way, do not disturb to others, not like to just make other person trouble, and die peacefully. And some devotees dies like many pains and sometimes.
But if I say somebody is pain, then Krishna giving pain so that he can call out Krishna. Krishna, please help. This way he remember Krishna. Whereas others going so-called peaceful, it could be he could be in a fool's paradise. He has no pain, so he does not think of anything like a dead body, like a stone, dying. You may be thinking he is happy. If I put it that way, how you feel?
Yeah.
Yes? Somebody is in a mode of ignorance. He could be in a fool's paradise, just a hog. He thinks, I am happy. I have got a chubby body. I am eating ammonium, some so-called phosphate, which is nothing but the refuse of our body. More than that, I won't tell. Very plain language. Because he's in the temple, you are. And others, he is thinking he has no sense of mother, sister, all these things, having sensual pleasure with them after eating all these things, drinking milk from his mother and having sensual pleasure. And he's thinking, I'm happy. Is that happiness? So most of the people who are not doing devotional service, they're no better than hog, dog, camel, and ass. by Subhag Swami. I won't go into explanation why he called them like that. There is reason. But in my eyes, externally, I am seeing he is happy. He is not happy. He is in the fool's paradise.
Yeah.
This is I see from through the eye of our Acharya. We are conditioned soul. We can see properly. Krishna is the seer. And when he is liberated soul, he can see things as it is. He can hear things as it is. He can smell things as it is. Not others. Others are just a puppet in the hand of three modes of material nature. He is thinking, Kartaḥam iti mannate, I am doing. Isn't it? According to Bhagavad Gita. Hari bol, that is the short answer. Please,
you,
any other question? May Lord bless you.
Jagannath Prabhu wants to ask you a question. You can unmute and ask.
Yes, welcome. Hi.
You need to speak a little clearly, Prabhu.
Ah, acha. Sankirtan. I see. Yes, Jagannath. Good name. Bolo. Jagannath ji. Can't hear.
No, where are you, Prabhu? Your voice is not coming through very clearly. You're
Yeah,
unmuted.
yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, Jagannath ji, I can't hear you. He's telling in Hindi. What he's telling? Sankirtan, सुन रहा? क्या कह रहा?
आवाज नहीं आ रही गुरु महाराज क्लियरली.
अभी सुनता नहीं. First. अच्छा अच्छा. You take out your headphone.
Jagannath Prabhu, we can't hear you. Can you type your question on the chat then and I'll ask it for you? Otherwise, move closer to the phone or the computer or something.
Hmm.
If there is another question, then somebody can type. In the meantime, I can type.
It's not clear.
No.
It's not clear. What do you say?
Yeah, we can't understand you, Prabhu. You don't have a good microphone.
You can test.
Bolo, Jagannath ji.
Okay, so he'll write the question. Does anyone else have a question? Okay, there was one question that came from your YouTube channel. Somebody is asking, I am a fallen grihasta, Guru Maharaj. I have a thirst and desire to accumulating material goods and money, and I don't know what to do.
You use it in Krishna's service for ISKCON. Propagate Krishna consciousness and become dearest to Krishna. In Bangladesh, I require money for preaching. Now they are going by boat, distributed so many books. I want more. Give me, I'll use it. We just today's preaching, I told this thing. Can give anybody. ISKCON, any project. That's the best use. Because he is Lakshmi. To some it may be a Maya. If he doesn't use properly, you give it to sannyasi or guru or ISKCON organization, he has got so many projects for preaching project, and you become dearest to Kṛṣṇa. Have you had the answer? Got the answer, Mai? What do you feel? How do you feel?
Good
There you go.
answer.
Prabhupada is a pure devotee. His samadhi is there. Always for exhibition, this, that, give it there. Or to Radha Shyam Sundar. Dress, deity, so many things, Janmashtami.
Okay, I've got this question here from Jagannath Prabhu.
Yes.
He says,
yes.
thank you, Gurudev, for a deep explanation on Falgur Vairagya. Gurudev, how should we understand Yukta Vairagya in our daily life, as by the name of Yukta Vairagya, many times our intention is to enjoy the object or misuse the term Yukta Vairagya?
Yeah, he's right. He's very practical. Yes, yes. This is the difficulty. We must be honest to ourselves. If we're really serious to go back to Godhead, I understand. That is why observing everything, knowing the heart of the devotee and his consciousness. Once a great Acharya Prabhupada said that most of the devotees don't want to go back to Godhead. Kṛṣṇa wants much more that we go back to Godhead, like a father wants, mother wants, son, daughter, they come back to him. But they think we'll be independently, live as you like, and we'll be more happy. This is what is happening to devotees. In the name of Yukta Vairagya, just what is necessary, that's much you take to keep your body fit so that you can serve Kṛṣṇa. That is called Yukta Vairagya. Otherwise, it is Markot Vairagya, a monkey's Vairagya, showing something but not actually doing. At heart, something else in mind. Is that clear? So it requires association and take seriously the words of Acharya like Prabhupada and the Goswamis and be honest to ourselves. Then we can do, I'm very pretender. Somebody pretending to be sleeping, but he's awake. It is very difficult to wake him up. Yes or no? Yes, say.
Yes, Gurudev.
This is the answer. I hope it may not be very pleasing answer. Sometimes medicine is may not be very palatable, but the result will be good. You stick to it.
Yes, Gurudev. Thank you.
May Lord bless you all. Can you finish here or more question?
No more questions I can see at the moment, Maharaj. We can finish here. Thank you very much.
So it is a pleasure to serve all the Brajavasis. I feel fortunate to serve our ISKCON Brajavasis. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Gurudev, for your
Hare Kṛṣṇa. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Hare
Dhanyo
Bol.
Pranam Guru Maharaj.
Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Hare Bol.
Thank you very much for your association.
Lord bless you. Radha Shyam Sundar Prabhupada bless you.
We